Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, we've got a brand new website update for Tesla, and they've added 2 new features, new areas where it's going to make it a little bit easier for you to learn about their full self-driving and, more importantly, see all the different payments on what the Tesla or what a Tesla vehicle is going to cost. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics, but before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. And as an added benefit, I do respond to all DMs in the Patreon app. So if you got a question, you can hit it up at the Patreon down below in the description. And shout out to my latest Patreon member, Darian. Thank you for supporting. If you want to check it out, Patreon link down below in the description. So shout out to Sawyer for posting the updates. Tesla has updated its online configurator by adding a video of full self-driving and how all the various features works. This looks pretty cool because you can see there's different clips, different segments depending on how your driving style is. We'll take a look at it in just a second. But more importantly, they've added a lot more different things with the clearer UI, more visible physical vehicle, and full self-driving videos and pictures of optional charging devices. So really updating it to see how the pages are really nicely all configured out. And you can see they've changed the font a little bit. They've had this floating payment thing here at the bottom, and then we can see all the different full self-driving videos as posted. This seems to be like a San Francisco market where they're using all the different ones. Really cool to see it in action because full self-driving is getting better and better and better. Will I pay the $8,000 unless there's like an incentive like how the Model 3 Performance has it or how the Model X? I'm not sure it's still worth it, and I would say the $100 a month subscription is a better deal at the moment. And on top of that, they've got new added charging optional accessories as well, like home charger or mobile charger. Interestingly enough though, they don't have the universal wall charger, which I definitely recommend at the moment. And if you're in the Southern California area and if you're looking for a Tesla authorized installer, definitely hit up SmartPlug EV. They are Tesla authorized, which I really like. So not sponsored at all, just ask for Mario, the owner, so that he can give you the Dennis deal to hook it up for you. But just a quick small plug there. But more importantly, they've revamped the payment section of the online configurator. They've made it a lot easier to see all the different options and make it able for you to uncheck certain options, because we know, I mean, gas savings is great and everything, but unless you've got a specific setup, you're probably not going to save that full $5,000 in 5 years. More than likely, depending on where you're at, like if you're in California, you may save like $2,000 to $3,000, or if you're supercharging, you're not going to be saving any money at all. So I really wanted to take a look at this section right here to take a look and see how all the different things are. Like let's say you wanted to finance or you can't, for some reason they still have not updated lease options for the long range real wheel drive. But as you've been following, you know now there's 1.99% for the Model Y and 1.99% for the Model 3 for the long range and the performance at least. And we've been taking a look at the performance, like trying to see if it makes sense or not. And so now you can see we can play around with the payment configurator. We can uncheck gas savings because you're going to be flooring this Model 3 Performance, and if you don't have a home charger, and depending on where your home charger is, it might not save you any money at all. But I really like how you can add or uncheck the federal tax credit, because not everybody qualifies for the federal tax credit. I know most people do, or a good amount of you probably watching do, and you can check the taxes and fees to try and give you a good roundabout payment for what it actually is going to be at. But 72 months, 1.99, you're seeing a $732 a month incentive. But certainly there's other places that have better incentives. The first ones that come to mind, like New Jersey, other states, I mean, New Jersey, Colorado, and now Washington, or Seattle, Washington, that we'll talk about in just a little bit. But you can put in a zip code now here to see any of those other states as well. And so I just go ahead and picked up a Seattle one just to kind of see what that actually would look like, to see how much more incentive we can actually get out there, and to see really if it's going to add a different state incentive as well. And it doesn't look like the Washington one is set up just yet, but let's see if we can get this Colorado one. So 80001 is the Colorado zip code. We know that there's like around a $5,000 incentive there for this state level, and we can see it puts in the Colorado EV incentive right there to make it a little bit easier for you to estimate and figure out how much this car or how much this Tesla actually is going to be in your area. So leasing, of course, is going to be a lower payment at $567 a month. But if you're looking for the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla, that's where channel sponsors like Tenet come into play. Tenet is an approved Tesla financing partner and can get you the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla. So if you want to check out what their offer is, definitely hit the apply button in the top right, link down below in the description, for a no obligation soft inquiry check to see how much a payment for your lease or for your a payment for your Tesla or any EV can actually be. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. Thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. But really cool to see all the different Tesla updates. Let us know what you think is the better options here, or it's just making it a little bit easier for you to try and shop and buy a Tesla vehicle. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. Timoteo, thanks for coming in. Peter, Lexus eats Tesla in quality. Yeah, 100%. I agree for sure on that, actually, in terms of like the luxury vehicles, the Germans, Lexus, and all the other ones. In terms of like the material feel, for sure. In terms of the interior and everything, much better quality across the board, because those are actual luxury vehicles. Tesla is not a luxury vehicle, even though they're unfortunately priced for now as luxury vehicles until it gets price dropped more and more and more. But in terms of technology, that is a different arena. Unfed, hey Dennis, how's the AC on the Tesla? AC is great. Cybertruck, a little bit lacking. Sometimes I wish it would cool a little bit quicker, but Model X, Model Y, the AC blows. Definitely very cool. Farrakhan, the website update is awesome. I can just toggle off the gas, saving it much easier as opposed to assuming gas price of 0.01 like I used to. Yeah, they're making it a lot easier to try and see what a real number could actually be if you're buying, financing, or paying for a Tesla vehicle. Francisco, hey Dennis, how would I be able to finance if I still owe $15,000 on my old Tesla? That's what's called negative equity. And Tesla, I'm not actually clear if they'll eat that much negative equity, or at least the banks will. Most banks won't eat that much, so you'll probably have to put a large down payment to be able to get there. What? Thanks for coming in. Do you think Model 3 Quicksilver will come to the US this year? Yeah, I could see that. Maybe by the end of this year, maybe like October, November. But they're definitely not going to be give us any sort of update on that, because they want to sell vehicles now, and they don't want people holding out for like another color. Francisco, it got totaled out. Ooh, yeah, that's dicey. You're gonna have to pay that off, or figure out how you're gonna pay that off before buying. Well, you might be able to get finance on a new vehicle, but you're basically gonna owe money on that old loan, and you're gonna have to explain to the new bank on why that is, and maybe they'll work with you to try and get you into another vehicle, but that is unfortunately dicey for sure. And this next topic, Cybertruck invites have gone out, and now everyone for sure is getting a invite. Now we're seeing people that even ordered as soon as last year are getting invites. So if you've got a Cybertruck reservation, you for sure are getting an invite. And let's also talk about what the strategy of Cybertruck will be and when non-foundation Cybertrucks will actually be coming out. Let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. The second Cybertruck reservation I made on October 2020 was just invited to spec a foundation series. My first Cybertruck reservation was November 2019 and was invited to spec a foundation series in December of 2023. Seems like more invites have gone out. This is the email that it looks like. So if you're interested, or if you've been waiting for your Cybertruck, here is what it looks like. And here's a quick thought on what the strategy might be for foundation series. It seems like, of course, the foundation series buyers and adopters are going to be paying that, or were paying that price, that 20K markup for full self-driving. But here's what Christopher Dungeon thinks. Once full self-driving ships on Cybertruck, non-Foundation series owners can immediately subscribe to at $100 a month. So Foundation series could be ending very soon, because full self-driving is about to come out in these next couple of weeks. So if you want that 80K Cybertruck, or even that 100K flat K Cybertruck, you don't want to pay for that markup, then it could be coming out very, very soon. It seems like Tesla has been testing full self-driving at certain turns, like the famous Chuck Cook's turn, or Charles' turn, or whatever it is, for sure. And it seems like they've been testing it to see that if it actually works well or not, to be able to release to the general public out there, even though it is a beta version. And on top of that, our favorite vehicle tester, Whistling Diesel, Vehicle Destructor, has finally released their video on testing and putting the Cybertruck to a durability test. What's interesting with this one, I'll let you watch it for yourself, but this is only number 1 of the video series, so I bet this is going to get pretty insane. If you've watched any of Whistling Diesel's videos in the past, it's just going to get more and more and more insane. But definitely cool to see that they're putting it through its paces. So let's see what actually happens. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. When do you think Gen 4 chargers will go live, and what are the expected charge times? I think like they're already live in certain areas, but I think they're capped. I think Everyday Chris just released a video on that. I haven't watched it yet, but I think he took his Cybertruck to a Gen 4 one, and I don't know how fast it actually went to, but I bet it was still capped at like 250. Jet Falcon, has anyone traded a PS5 for a wall connector? Ooh, I don't know about that one, because I feel like wall connectors are worth more, but I'm not sure. Maxter, you have the best Tesla related channel, hands down. Thank you. Thanks for that. We try and stay up to date and as quick as possible with the content, because I know a lot of you are out there waiting for it. So thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thank you, Maxter, for the kind comment. And also thank you, everybody, for hitting the like button. The like button goes a long way to support the channel. Jet, I'd like to win a Tesla from Dave & Buster's. I'm tired of iPads. I mean, the Tesla basically is a big iPad on wheels in terms of that big screen in the middle. But no, I get what you're saying for sure. And this next topic, the Tesla Model X and Tesla Model S severely needs an update. Let's talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is S. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Another great post from Christopher. The Model S and Model X needs the following upgrades from Cybertruck to maintain relevance, especially the Plaid. It needs steer-by-wire, rear-wheel steering, clickable turn signals, automatic front, and power share. No small fleet with 48-volt architecture required. And I would agree with this. I mean, right now, the Model S and Model X are having tough problems. There's plenty of competition out there at better prices, better lease prices. I mean, I just saw a Hummer where you can lease a Hummer EV for $700 a month. And that is a deal considering it's a $100,000 vehicle. So Model S and Model X being at the 70, 80K prices with the astronomical lease payments that are, they severely need an update to kind of get ahead of the competition. We can see this. I'm showing right now on the screen an inventory chart for Model S and Model X, and you can see inventory is increasing higher and higher. So it needs 0.99 financing or 1.99% financing, or it needs a refresh with more deals or a refresh with more features to make it kind of exciting how the Cybertruck is. But even though the Cybertruck, I bet, is going to run into some issues in the near future until they drop that foundation or offer a incentive to clear them out. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts are. Would you love seeing some of these features roll out to the Model S or Model X, or would you just rather see a massive price drop with massive incentives in financing rates to clear them out? But we're going to jump into the next. Let's jump into the live stream comments. Volky, thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Harmless, what's your favorite non-Tesla brand? Favorite non-Tesla brand? Easy question. Non-Tesla, probably. That's tough, actually. I was gonna say Rivian, but I've never owned one. And I was gonna say Porsche, but I've never owned one of those either. So those are on my bucket list for sure. SJ, may you do a video on the difference between long-range Model 3 all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive? Great question. If anybody's out there about to take delivery of a long-range rear-wheel drive, let let me know. I'll come with you to your delivery so we can check it out. Because I'd like to see one in person, but I bet it's going to be more so the same. Of course, less features than an all-wheel drive, but better pricing for sure, and maybe better lease pricing and a better deal out there. In this next topic, there is a massive $9,000 incentive on a Tesla, or actually any EV in this state that is out there. Let's take a look at it and see if you actually qualify and see what we can dissect from this, because this is a point of sale incentive that is insane at $9,000, and you can apply this on a lease. That's pretty insane to how much that can drop the payment. But unfortunately, this is only for Washington State. So in case you missed it, or if you're watching from Washington State, congrats to you, because now there is a brand new $9,000 off incentive on a 36-month lease. I don't even know how to do what quick math that is, but 9,000, 9 times 30, that's an effective $270 a month reduction on a lease payment, because every $1,000 equals about $30 a month on a lease. It seems like if you were to buy the vehicle, you get only a $5,000, which is kind of weird. And of course, this is in addition to that massive $7,500 federal tax credit if you qualify for that as well. But taking a look at some of this, purchase or 2-year lease, $5,000. Maybe a 2-year lease would make more sense actually, and 3-year lease at $9,000. And what's cool with this, even a used EV, you can get a 2-year lease at $2,500 or a 3-year lease at $2,500. Used EV lease, interesting. So purchase $2,500, but before we get all excited, this is people earning 300% or below of the federal poverty level are eligible for this program incentive, and this works out to earnings of less than $45,180. So really, this is probably for low income and or business owners that also have lower income as well on paper for this to work out. But if you're interested what these monthly payments could be at, shout out to Matthew for putting this together for us. But Washington State can now lease a Tesla for 0 down at Model 3 at $127 a month and Model Y at $207 a month. But don't forget, this applies to any EV in those states as well. So there's probably going to be some insane payments. I mean, earlier this month we saw earlier last month we saw $20 a month for a Nissan Leaf, and that was combining the Colorado's $5,000 incentive as well. So definitely really interesting stuff with all the incentives that are out here. And that kind of makes sense. I mean, I feel like electric vehicles are great, but they have to be a no-brainer in terms of actual money savings or cost savings to the owner. And that's why we see them move at these crazy low payments that are out there. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Harmless, how many years till you think we get supercharging in under 10 minutes, 0 to 100%? I think China just released a video with one of their companies like doing 0 to 80% in like 7 minutes or something like that. I don't remember which company it was. John, I'm in Dallas picking up a long-range rear-wheel drive next week. Oh, nice. I wish I could be in Dallas, I guess. No one lives in Washington. I bet there's a certain subset of watchers that live in Washington. Volky, amazing incentive for a family of 4. Yeah, 100%. Eric, if you're that low income, you shouldn't be getting a new Tesla. Well, there's a lot of business owners that are also low income out there. $126 a month for a car is crazy. 100%. Furcone, don't want Nissan Altima Vibe people getting their hands on cheap Tesla. Yeah, 100%. But that's what's coming for sure as the market gets more competitive with all these electric vehicles out there. And it's only going to get better for us for sure as we get into the end of the year. But thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.